I'm KD, I'm here with my good friend Tom, and we run the London Bulls podcast, and we're delighted we've got an absolutely fantastic player here. Personally, one player I think should be player of the season in my eyes, but we've got the amazing Sammy Robinson here with us, who's agreed to answer a few questions. So please can we give him a warm welcome to the fantastic Sammy Robinson.
Turn your recording on. Is that on? That recording? Yeah. Okay. So, Sammy, obviously it's been an amazing season for the club so far. You've played your part very much, as KD says, potentially player of the season, probably the red hot favourite at the moment. But obviously you're injured at the moment. How's the injury going? How's the recovery?
Thank you very much, and I'm just doing my job. I don't really care about player of the season or anything like that. I'm just there to do my job and win football games. But thank you. Injury's going well. I was back running on Thursday, so which is good. I felt no pain. I'm doing some running after the game as well. So yeah, hopefully everything goes through. Everything's well, and I should be back soon. But I don't want to make any promises.
Yeah, well, hopefully, you might get back for this season, the last game. So, obviously, early life, football. What age did you start playing football? How did you get into it? Who took you? That sort of thing.
I started playing football when I was about 3. My older brother, he started playing football. He was a goalie. And I was like every younger brother, I was like, oh, I want to play football, I want to be like him. So I started joining in with their training, and I had a nick for it. Like, none of my family has ever played football, not bothered about football or anything, but I had a nick for it, I was passionate about it. So I started playing football when I was about 3 for my local team. And then by the time I was 5, I was in Leeds United's academy. Was there for years until I was 11, and then got scouted by Man City, and then went to Man City when took like a year to get to City, because at the time, what was his name? Cellino, remember the really odd owner for Leeds? Yeah. He was stopping my transfer for some reason. I have no reason why, but he was. Went to City when I was about 14, played for City through the age groups, and then I had the honour to play for England at youth level, 15, 16, 17s, and then I had 2 bad injuries. I done my knee, done my meniscus in my knee, and then couldn't really get back to into the City team, so I went to Port Vale, signed for Port Vale, had a good run at Port Vale, good performances and stuff. Didn't work out for whatever reason, and obviously went to Kiddie.
Don't talk about that. Yeah.
Went to Kiddie, and to be fair, I was playing well. I was playing well for Kiddie, and then done my hamstring, and then as soon as I done my hamstring, Phil Brown came in, and then he was like, no. I was like, all right then, I'll just go to Hereford instead.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Did the right thing.
And then now I'm here, and I'm really enjoying my football. I love the club. It's a massive club. Really enjoy my football. I love the fans, and I'm just there to do my job, and that's it.
Fair enough.
I'd love to ask you, growing up, you talked about the influence of your brother was, and did you have a particular player that you really wanted to emulate growing up, that you really kind of modelled your game? And also I want to kind of understand, you played for some big clubs in their academies like Leeds and Man City. What was it like when Leeds approached you, and how did that come about? What was it like? What did you feel when they came to you?
Sorry, what was the first question?
So who did you emulate?
Okay. Well, at the start, I really liked Cristiano Ronaldo, so I was doing step overs and stuff and trying all that jazz. But then as I got older, I really liked Sergio Ramos. He's aggressive, he was a true leader. He loves a tackle, not scared to get a yellow card or whatever. I just love Sergio Ramos, so emulated basically my game on him, and then I started playing midfield a lot when I was younger. So I started to look at Tony Cruz and stuff like that, more technical players. And then, so I would say Ramos really. I liked Pepe as well because he was a bit aggressive. But yeah, and what was the other question, sorry?
What was it like when Leeds came to you?
Oh, when City or Leeds came to
Leeds.
Oh, when Leeds, well, I can't really remember, I was 5 years old, someone came to my dad and said, Leeds want you to go in. I was 5 on it, I don't know, I was like, yeah, alright. And my dad used to take me, and then that was it, and I really enjoyed it, it was good.
So what was the setup at City when you went there? What was that like? Obviously, it's a big club, got a lot of money, in the youth as well. There are a lot of players coming through. You were there. So did Pep come in at the same sort of time as you were there? I mean, what was it like being at City at that time and around? Did you see much of Pep? Did you see much of the players? Yeah, what was it like?
I think I came in the year before Pep. So I think Pep realised I was there and I was like, I need to go there because Sammy's there.
That's a good point,
No, the setup's brilliant, obviously they've got like a limited amount of money. They've built a fantastic training ground and they've brought amazing players such as like Paul Palmer, Phil Ford and James McAtee, and they've got a really good setup. What was the other question? Sorry.
Just what was it like around there? But yeah.
Oh no, it was brilliant, and like if a club's winning, everything's going amazing, isn't it? So basically, whatever goes down in the football pitch, it's going to attract a good energy around the building, and it's like same if you're losing, it's going to be rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, well, no, the club was winning, they was doing well, especially when Pep came in. It brought a big buzz to the city, like, we're going to win stuff now, we're going to win the Champions League and stuff. So, it was good.
Yeah, good. And then obviously, so we were at Leeds when you got called up to England for the schoolboys, or you got to City. You were at City then. So obviously, playing for England, no matter what age, is amazing. What was that like? I think there's a famous photo of the team sheet for the one game where it's just stacked, and you with you. That's the point. What was it like playing in those England teams? How does that compare to anything else that you do? And again, those players that were in there, Bellingham, Musiala, amazing players. So what was that experience like for you?
Yeah, it was good. It was, it's always an honour to represent the country at any level. I always say now that still it doesn't really matter. The youth team doesn't really matter. It's good on paper, it looks good in your CV, but it doesn't really do it. But no, it was a real honour. Obviously, I was Cole's my age, so I was with Cole at City, and he was always a really good player. What you see in interviews, that's what he's like in person as well. He doesn't change for anyone. With Jude, I only played with him in that camp, so I don't really know him well. I can't say I'm best mates with him, that'd be untrue.
But gonna claim it, mate.
He was all, you could see the talent he had, and they had a great opportunity to play with me.
I'd love to talk about your move to Port Vale. So you've got some good football league experience. You've obviously won the playoffs at Wembley with Port Vale. Do you think you can use that experience though to kind of give advice to the players on the pressure of consolidating the place in the past? Do you think?
I think so. I think you just have to take it a game at a time. But I'm still only young. I'm still only 23. I know with this bald head it makes me look 33. I'm 23. But no, I'll try and give the best I can. Ultimately it's like you're in the game, you've got to try and win the game. That's the ultimate thing. It doesn't matter how you win it, however, just make sure you win the game, and that's what the playoffs is really. So that's what I'd say. With pressure, it's been pressure in a football match. I don't know. This might sound arrogant, but I'm not arrogant. But pressure it's a game of football when you think about it. Like real pressures, like daily life, like making sure your food's put on the table and stuff. So football's just a game at the end of the day. I know it's hard livelihood, and we all want to win. There's a passion there. But you have to think of pressure as like it's a game of football. But that's what I'd say about it.
That's good mentality to have, I think.
I think now we want to go into kind of like, general questions about your move to Hereford, like you obviously said you love the club. How did you find out Paul Caddis was interested in you? Like, how did all that come about?
I was at home on my sofa, and I got someone messaged me saying, "Oh, Hereford are interested in you." So I was like, "Alright, and then I passed my number on to someone. He gave it to Paul, to the gaffer, and he just said, "Look, Sammy, what are you thinking? What's going on? I'll put you on golf club and stuff." And I was like, "Oh, I have no idea, but if you want me, I'm there." And he said, "Yeah, we really want you here." And I was like, "Yeah, alright." Hereford, I did some of my own research. Hereford's a massive club. It's like me, I'm from Leeds, and one club city, so it's the same atmosphere, the same passion I have. He told me that he wants to get promoted, and I want to get promoted. So it was just a match made in heaven.
And what's the gaffer like behind the scenes? Is he quite hard on you, or is he quite a nice guy? Really, quite cuddly?
Nah, he's a nice guy. He's a really good guy, and I think the big thing is that he really, if you're having trouble at home or something like that, or he'll say stay at home, or if I'm travelling from Huddersfield every day, not every day, Tuesday and Thursday, even today, it took me 4 hours to get here. So sometimes he said, "Oh, have an eye with your missus and make sure everything's good at home." But no, I wouldn't say he's an hard manager. He wants to win. You can see that passion in him. He's the same in interviews as he is in the changing room. If there's something that needs to be said, then he'll say something. But no, he's a great manager. He's been great with me, and he's been great with the lads in the changing rooms. Well, the best manager I've played ever. So, yeah.
And is he a big part of the reason why you signed the contract in October when you did to stay, to commit? Is it the gaffer? Is it the fans? What was the reasoning for you behind that decision?
I think it was like all three. I think a player wants to be liked. He wants to play football. And I was playing football. I was playing well. The fans seem to like me, so that's just a bonus. And it's the fans that make the football club really. So it was all three. I was liked. I was playing well. So there was no uproar for me about not signing the club, because the club's fantastic. So it's a real honour to be a part of it, and long may it continue.
As we said, you've had a fantastic season so far. What's been like your personal kind of favourite for you this season? Have you had a particular game you've really enjoyed, or has there been a moment that's really stood out for you? In particular, we saw you celebrating a lot at the Kingston away game. Is there anything else apart from that?
I scored my first professional goal. That was a good goal. One that I've been waiting for the last 2 seasons. But no, I really love the Kings League game, because I think before that we was on a bad run. Kings League, I don't think we've ever beat Kings League before. They're an horrible team to play against. We try to get under your skin, we try to nick you, but I like to do the same, so I'm not bothered. But no, I'd say Kings League, we thing with the fans after as well. It just shows the unity in the club. So I'd say probably Kings League was my favourite so far.
What's it like as a footballer when you get your name sung on the terraces, like you see, "Oh Sammy, Sammy"? Because you grow up doing that to other people, and then you get your name sung on the terraces. How does that feel when you're playing? Do you notice it?
Yeah, I think you do notice it, especially when you're at home and there's 3,000 fans singing your name. So it's a real honour. As a kid, you want your name sung. You know what I mean? Like you said, you do it when you were younger, and you just wait, "Oh, maybe I'll get a song." So no, it's amazing. It puts a smile on my face. So long may it continue.
And you've played in a few positions this season and throughout your career. What would you say your favourite position on the pitch is? What do you like to do? Do you like to run? Where do you like to be?
I'm not really bothered, to be fair, as long as I'm playing football and winning games. I don't really care where I am. I can put me as a keeper if we're winning games. I'd be happy to put me as centre half, put me striker, put me whatever. But saying that, I do like midfield because I feel like in midfield, I like the chaos of midfield. I like getting around, being involved in it. So I'd probably say I prefer midfield better.
We've had a really good season so far, so we're obviously battling for spot in the playoffs. And you said when you signed Paul, wanted promotion. Is that where generally the squad wanted at the beginning of the season? Is that the players where you expected us to be? And what is the mood like ahead of this game so far in the changing room and the WhatsApp groups? Is everyone really excited for the last few games?
Yeah, I think everyone's aim and goal is to get promoted. Everyone really wants it. And going into this game, the lads are in good spirits. We've won the last two. A big win against Ashton, a big win against Barnsley. So everyone's in good spirits. Everyone knows it's a big game, but we've got to win these big games to secure us playoff place in the last 5 games. Like the gaffer said, take care of this game, next game, take care of that game, and just take one game at a time, and go into the game wanting to win, and the fans will see that we'll want to win as well.
And what's your score prediction for today? How do you think it's going to go?
3-0 Hereford.
Let's go with that. So we'll do some quick fire questions now, just to sort of finish us off. So who's the best player you played with in your career?
Paul Caddis.
And in terms of Hereford, who's the best in training and who's the worst in training, if you want to give us?
The best in training
You?
I'd like to say myself, best in training, Tate's a good player in training. Tate's very good in training. And the worst trainer, I think everyone's a good trainer. And I'm not going to put my team on this.
That's a very good answer, well done. Apart from Edgar Street, obviously, what would you say the best stadium you've ever played in is?
Best stadium I played in was Hillsborough, Sheffield Wednesday Stadium. Went there, I think we were 25,000, and that was amazing. Starting the game, we started singing
who's the biggest joker in the squad? Who knocks around?
Biggest joker in the squad is Jaden likes a good joke. Ruins likes a joke. Ruins gets involved in it. Ruins is quite good. So I'd probably say Jaden. Babs has got a bit of that as well, skills as well. So I'd say them.
Who's the toughest team you think we faced this season?
Kiddy's the toughest team in the half. It is 3-0. It was really tough to play against, but Agbra will be a different story.
Yeah.
Sammy, who in the squad do you think is most likely to become a football manager?
Loss. It could be a football manager.
What's your dream FA Cup draw for Hereford?
Leeds United and that would be my dream.
You scored?
Yeah, and I scored.
The winner,
we scored the winner. 90 plus 5.
Shirt off.
I know you said Kingston for the best away game of the year, but has there been another game that's come second to that you really enjoyed playing?
Brackley home, we beat them 3-2. Last minute winner, that was really good game.
Who's got the worst fashion sense at the club?
Worst fashion sense? Worst fashion sense?
James the physio. I'm not saying I'm a fashion guru, but he's got bad fashion sense.
And what do you think you'd be doing if you weren't playing football?
I have no idea. Totally not. Football's everything I've known, so probably a work site, putting bricks on as well. Nah, I wouldn't. I think I'd either be a boxer or I'd be in the army. I think.
Who would be your dream five-a-side team?
I can choose anyone. Past or present. Ronaldinho. I'll start with goalkeeper. Neuer. Neuer goalkeeper. I would have Ramos centre half. And I'll go two defenders. Ramos and Cannavaro. I would have Pirlo in front. Are we doing 5 players, 1 goalkeeper?
4 and 1.
4 and 1, alright. I'll have 1 defender then. Ramos, Pirlo and Iniesta, and then Ronaldo up front, and Messi's not getting it.
And finally, who takes the longest in the shower? Who just takes an egg?
Well, I don't really look at boys in the shower, the longest in the shower, who's the biggest deep in the team? I'm going to say Theo Richardson. He's always dirty and diving about and I've got slick hair and he thinks he's a model or something. But nah, I'd probably say Theo Richardson.
Well, cheers, Sammy. Thanks for coming to talk to us today before this obviously big game against Chester. Hopefully, 3-0 win in the bag. Fingers crossed on your recovery, and we'll see you just before the end of the season for the last game or for the playoffs, because we're going to win them. So that's the main thing, and then play for us in the National League next season. So cheers to Sammy, and thanks for listening, everyone. Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Just grab the microphone.
Oh, sorry, just the mic.
Oh,
Thanks so much.
I'm going to sell on it.
Cheers.